Hey, good day, folks. It's Tourism Tim Warren here with a very, very special episode of Tourism Marketing TV. Today I've got my good friend on, Doreen Toller with Alaskan Tour Guides. I screw it up. And we're talking a great topic, and that is reflecting on a successful tour business. You know, a lot of the stuff I talk with you guys about is about how to build your business, and which is great. And I love to reflect on where we've been and what's worked and what hasn't, and so that you can learn from that. And so I'm thrilled to have Doreen on today, who's been really one of my poster children of what's possible in the tour business, in spite of lots of competition, in spite of challenges that many of us face. I think you're going to be really excited to meet Doreen and hear of some of her exciting growth and successes. Welcome, Doreen.
Thank you, Tim. I'm very happy to be here.
Very good. And why don't you Doreen's just come back from a vacation, folks, in Hawaii. And this is her first trip of, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't do 2 trips to Hawaii again. But that's just what's possible when you are successful in tourism. So welcome back from Hawaii.
Thank you. It was a nice break. I went from 82 degrees to come home to -20. So. But, you know, home feels good, and, yeah, vacations are wonderful.
Great. Why don't you give our viewers just a real quick snapshot of what you guys do, where, and how long you've been doing it?
Okay. So our company, Alaskan Tour Guides, we started in 1998, and we offer escorted land tours for small groups. We package, fully package their vacation anywhere from 1 to 10 to 14 days. We just put it all together and show people Alaska in the best spirit that we can.
Fantastic. And you send me these emails every once in a while. We stayed in touch over the years, which is great, and I love getting your emails, and it's something along the lines of, guess what? We're up again over last year, which is so fun. I just so love it. Give people a quick snapshot of the percentage of growth that you actually have experienced from 2010, 11, 12, or 13. A little snapshot, because it's been up, and up.
It has. It's been fantastic, I'm glad to say. So 2011, our total sales were up 45% over 2010. In last year, 2012, we grew another 25%. And this year, at this point in time, we have already made over 30% of our total sales of last year.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
I would presume we're headed for more growth there as well. And it feels like it.
Fantastic.
So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and I often don't date the videos, but I'm going to release this one pretty soon. This is December 2012, folks. So we're a ways off from your season. Really doesn't start until what, about April or May of next year?
You know, our season pretty much is June, July, and August. We have a little shoulder season, but yeah, it's a long ways off. It's not usually when we book our highest sales, so that's still to come, February, March, April timeframe. So that, it's very positive.
That's exciting. Yeah, you're ways off, and that you're 30% up over last year, which already was up a total of 68%? 60?
We're about 70% over
wow.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is huge, and not to give total numbers, but I think it's safe to say we're talking over double 6-figure increase in revenues.
Yes.
So
yep.
that's pretty exciting. Is it competitive in Alaska, or do you just have it's just wide open and no wonder you're growing leaps and bounds?
Yeah. It's extremely competitive, from the big guys to my fellow small businesses. It's hugely competitive. And it's amazing because so many people, do see that we're growing and our success, and they think it's easy. Now, running a business is never easy, but I'd have to say our growth has been pretty easy. And thankfully, because I've just been my marketing improvements have, they've added value to so many aspects of doing the business. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the marketing improvements in some specific areas of what's worked well, website marketing, and the concept of sales conversion. I think one of the things that I've appreciated and shared with others about what you've said is that your marketing was working so much better. You were spending less time answering questions and over, and less time selling and more time booking trips. So it was more efficient. Sales were happening faster, and I just thought that was really exciting news.
Well, being a small business owner, everyone knows that you have to wear so many hats. Time is so valuable, and when you're working constantly and not converting those sales, it can be a little depressing, truly, and discouraging. So I took, to heart some of your advice, and I started targeting my marketing, and my conversion has increased dramatically. I'm not, I hate to say wasting my time, but I'm not using my time to try and work and be something to somebody that we're not. Time is valuable, especially to the small business owner who wears all those hats. Mm-hmm. And if you can target your market and reach them, your conversions are going to go up, and your sales are going to increase. That's the bottom line.
Tell us a little bit more about that targeting. What is that for you, and how are you best? What is working well for you in targeting your market?
Well, when I first started out my internet marketing, and I've done pay-per-clicks since they very first came out. It was called Overture, was the first company to have pay-per-clicks. And I was a member, I was in there when they first started. Mm-hmm. So I've followed it the whole way. And I used to target these broader terms, be thinking that, these are they tell you, these are the terms that get the most searches. So I was targeting those, and I felt really good when I, showed up both organically and paid in these big terms, right, with the big guys, the Princess Tours and that. Well, I found out that was too broad. I was spending so much time answering questions to people who were independent travelers. That's not our market. We don't provide independent travel. We provide escorted tours. Mm-hmm. So I listened to you, and I did find that, to target the groups that, or the groups within the market of Alaska travelers that really are what we can provide the service to, and it worked. Nice. So now where we were showing up in the top 3 organically for broad terms like Alaska Tours, that's not where I want to be in the top 3. So I honed into the market that does yield us the best results, and those are the terms that we are in the top 3 organically. Nice. Across the board in multiple terms. And I found that I can target more of these terms, like throwing in groups or custom in between Alaska tours, and it yielded so much more results than the broader term. Mm-hmm. People were going to my bounce rate on my website was reduced by targeting. Mm-hmm. The conversions, the leads, they were more qualified. So, you can't try and be everything to everyone. When you're selling, you just want to make a sale. And so somebody contacts you, and you try to work to make that sale, and you can spend hours working to make that sale, and they're just never a fit to begin with. Yeah. So I'll spend the hours on somebody who's a better fit. And it's working. It's not just the conversion. It's helped me with a balance in life. Because The small business owner is their business really does become their life. What do? You get up, you go to your computer, you work on your business, you're trying to make it go. Well, now I'm not spending all my time doing that. I have a little extra time to go on vacation, to spend with my elderly parents. And so, it all works into that balance of life, which makes you a happier person, which makes you want to come to work and want to work on a business that's going to give you some positive results. So it's really, it all feeds off of itself. It's the complete circle.
Nice, nice. Well, I think the wisdom you shared about the quality of the traffic and that you're bringing into your marketing material is key. I've had so many people erroneously believe that, gosh, if I just had more traffic to my website, and they're not looking at the two aspects. They're not looking at what is the quality of that traffic, and two, when they are getting to your website, which should be your primary marketing vehicle, are they sticking around? Are they going deeper? Are they getting off their fannies and emailing and calling so that you have an opportunity to convert them? Tell us a little bit more about, you've done a great job at targeting your traffic. How is your website and your positioning and your marketing message and your credibility and so many of the things that we've worked on and that I hammer over and over again about credibility, experience, clarity? How has that worked into increasing your conversion into actual sales?
Well, you're right on. People want to know that somebody else did it before and had a great time. I've taken to heart everything you've said and step by step, incrementally implemented into my marketing plan. You can't do it all at once, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep moving forward. So, one of the biggest things that you had advised me of early on was to get into TripAdvisor. And at the time, I didn't, I had it for my lodging. I didn't know I could list my tour company in it, but you showed me yes, you could. So I got in right away on that, and have been asking, people. They'll tell us, "Oh, we had a fantastic time, and thank you. How could we ever thank you for such a wonderful trip?" And it's like, please tell others via TripAdvisor, Google review. That's the biggest form of compliment that you can give us. And nice. So they have, and that's front and center on my webpage. And I, as a result, have heard people tell me, "Yeah, I'm looking at your TripAdvisor reviews right now, and it sounds like this is just what we want to do." So letting our clients sell for us. And it's not just, they're going home and telling people who are then calling us and saying, "Oh, we had a friend who traveled with you and they referred you to us." But they're also telling people they don't know. And that's even more important because they're, that somebody took the time to go online and to post this review. That means that they had an exceptional trip, especially if it's saying so. So that was one of the best things that worked well for me, I think, with putting that front and center on my webpage and encouraging, you can't bribe clients. You don't want to bribe clients to post reviews or anything like that, but just letting them know when they genuinely thank you that, hey, the biggest compliment you can give me is to post this for me. And then use it on your webpage. Don't just leave it out there on TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor has all these widgets that you can just put right into your webpage. Use it, and it's been big for us, real big.
And it's only going to get bigger, folks. What Doreen just shared is one of the biggest golden nuggets of the many that we're talking here that you need to carry forward. TripAdvisor, Google+, Facebook, LinkedIn, all these places as a vehicle for millions and millions of people to communicate and share reviews and opinions is only to get more important. And what you just said, Doreen, about I'm looking at your TripAdvisor review right now, that's exactly how it happens, folks. People are there, they're reading what other people have said, and it taps into that psychological social proof that that helps them make a purchasing decision on you versus one of your competitors. So you really, really need to do that. So Doreen, when you asked, you run great trips, and you ask people either in conversation or perhaps a follow-up email. You know, I like the way you languaged it. One of the greatest thank yous you can give us is a review in TripAdvisor, and you give them the links. Are people excited about doing that? Are there any resistance there? Are they those that do it? They feel there's what I want to communicate is there any resistance for people to go, oh gosh, I've got to go give a review? Or are they happy to do it?
No, they're happy to do it. Anyone who, has the resistance, and certainly there are some people who would rather not, put their information on the internet at all, then, they don't, and that's fine. That doesn't mean they didn't enjoy their trip. Mm-hmm. I don't take that, negatively. I understand that it does require some time on the part of that person, but mostly those who we speak with are just happy to do it, and they do, and they are writing glowing reviews. So, it doesn't hurt to ask. It doesn't, and a lot of times I have, you have the signature line when you send out an email. I have different signature lines. My post-tour client email signature line actually has a little tag on the bottom that says that. It's, the greatest form of thank you that you could give us, or compliment, would be to post a review. And then I've got little links to each of those places to make it convenient for them. So that's in my signature, and that goes out to those clients who have traveled with us. Awesome. Which social media channels are you specifically sending them to in that signature line? Mostly Facebook and TripAdvisor, because I am still expanding on my social marketing. I was one of those who was very skeptical at the beginning as to, okay, how much will this really do for me? Right. So I tapped into TripAdvisor, and then I've tapped into Facebook, and so now I'm broadening our horizons in that area, and joined LinkedIn and Twitter, and I need to develop those into my website a little bit more, and my marketing practices a little bit more. So primarily right now, and Google reviews. Great. So the three primary ones are Facebook, TripAdvisor, and Google reviews. Well, you're hitting the biggies right now, and it's great. Are you doing any encouragement, either in conversation or in the follow-up emails, to get your happy clients not only giving reviews, but hey, why don't you go post a photo, and getting them to keeping that conversation going by posting photos and making comments and keeping the conversation going? Well, I have, I'm working on the Facebook as far as posting and videos, and I have had a couple clients who have maybe had a little bit of trouble posting videos, and so then I have them send them to me and post it. But I am trying to incorporate that more. I know that you want the interaction between, and anybody who has joined our Facebook page has, anytime we put a posting up there, they're on it. The interaction is there. These people, they become your friends. As they should be. And they're so they're there, they're cheering you on when there's something good to report. They're commenting positively on if we put up a video about our sled dog tours that we go to. Oh, we did that, and that was incredible. So yeah, they're connected, and they stay connected. And that is so huge, folks. And I'm so thrilled to hear that you're doing that, Doreen, because every time one of those people makes a comment, that's showing up back on their timeline, and all their friends are seeing that, and their friends probably were following and heard about their trip before they even went on it, followed them during the trip, and now they're getting to hear of the continued excitement about that person's trip to to Alaska or Hawaii, or wherever it is. And so when they think about their small group guided adventure travel trip to Alaska, you can be sure that they're probably going to be going to you first. So I mean, it's just like you said, it's just a big circle, and it comes around, and it's it's an expanding world. And I've got we could talk another time just on social media, because I've got some other thoughts and ideas about how to
keep that interaction, because so many people think that, oh, if I'm going to get involved with social media, I got to do all the work. I got to post all the pictures. I got to do all the things. But actually, no, when you start engaging your community, they're going to start posting pictures. They're going to be making comments, and that's actually the better way. But you have to start the conversation, and it starts with asking. And so for you out there culturally, because I've come across this, who have reservations about asking for people to give you reviews, get over it. Because when you do a good job, people want to express their gratitude back to you, and this is a great way for them to do that. So, but you do have to ask. And kind of wrapping up here, was there anything that you tried that didn't work so well, or or maybe you want to revisit another way next year, or it was just everything was great?
Everything was pretty good. The only thing is that there was a short time where I was concerning myself maybe a little bit too much with the competition. You look at what they're doing, and you can't base, I was starting to base what we were doing or not doing on what they were doing. So, for instance, I had a competitor who was, just spending tons of money in pay-per-clicks. And so I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I need to bump up my bids and spend a little bit more. Well, I just wasted money. Don't do what the competition is doing. Do what's right for you. I mean, they were wasting their money. They were spending tons of money, in my opinion, way over a budget that a company like that can recoup, and they weren't getting the leads at all.
It's that illusion. It's that illusion I talked about. If I just had more traffic, and boy, if you start buying it, folks, and you're competing against all these other people, and you've got a website that stinks and it's not converting in those leads, you are just wasting your money. I'm such a big advocate of first make sure that your marketing message is going to grab someone's attention. So whatever traffic comes there, your odds of generating a lead or a sale go way up. Then you can start pushing some traffic to it. In closing here, Doreen, we got a lot of small to medium-sized tourism professionals just like you. Maybe some been at this for a long, long time, or they're still dreaming about starting their business. What are some kind of words of wisdom looking forward into 2013 that you think tourism professionals should be thinking about, and what's been helpful for you?
Taking action. I know it's hard sometimes, and especially with the social media, you feel pressed for time. How do you do all of this? You can't do it all at once. So, take those steps. It's like you said, first make sure that your marketing message comes across on your webpage. Your very simple steps to your defining headlines and credibility statements are the best advice that anybody could ever hope for, but you need to move on it. You need to take the action. And I have, over the last several years, since I very first met you, each year I just keep incrementally saying, okay, I need to do this year, one thing I need to improve upon. And each time I do that, it just keeps going up and up. So it's not going to happen if you don't do something about it. So it's up to you and Tim, your advice is, it's been priceless.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I really appreciate that. And that is definitely words of wisdom. We can bring experience, we can bring great case studies, I can bring proven stuff to the marketplace. But at the end of the day, people do have to get off their fannies and take some action. And what you just shared about just doing a little bit at a time, that's all we can do. You're never going to get it all done, but just take one little piece and move forward. This has been fantastic, Doreen. As always, I just love connecting with you. I love hearing about your stories, and I can see, because we've known each other so many years, I could just continue to see that unfoldment, and I absolutely know that great things will continue for you and Bob. We have travel agents out there. We've got other tour operators who should go to Alaska for some vacation. How would they get a hold of you?
Well, 1-800-795-1438, or just look us up at alaskantour.com.
Outstanding. Doreen, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks, Tim. Bye. Hi, everyone. My name is Doreen Toller with Alaskan Tour Guides, and I'm here to tell you that your best step as a small business owner would be to heed Tim Warren's marketing success advice. I have been a follower of Tim since 2006, incrementally implementing his suggestions and tips. And I'm happy to tell you in the last 2 years, our business has grown 70%. And this year, we're already on track for another growth. We've made 30% of our total sales of last year. And it is through marketing, conversion, and continuing on with the social media. And Tim has got all these ideas and steps to make it so simple for you as he did for me. I'm one of those people who likes to have control and do things on my own, I would have never been able to do it without some guidance, you know. I mean, I thought I knew what I was doing, but Tim will show you in a very simple manner. Don't be fooled because it comes across so simple. Just take those steps, take that action, follow his advice, tune into his videos, and if, like me, you're guaranteed to have positive results. Thank you, Tim.